Hey, this is Savage Survival. I'm going to show you how to do hand drill today. I have two pieces. I have a spindle and a baseboard. Spindle, this particular one is horseweed, but mullein, cattail, evening primrose, goldenrod, and elderberry work really well. And for a baseboard, willow works good. This is cedar. Basswood works good. And pretty much any soft, non-resinous wood works really well. The best way to tell if you have a good baseboard is if you just take your thumbnail and dig it into the wood, and if it leaves a little mark that's not too hard or not too easy to make, then that's a good wood. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the baseboard down and kind of put my foot right on it just to hold that there. And I took my spindle and made a little, kind of pressed it into the wood, and then I took my knife and kind of carved a little circle around where that depression is, just so my spindle can kind of fit into the wood, just to keep it in place. So now I'm just going to kind of just start going nice and slow just to heat it up. I'm not really going for a fire right now because I'm just trying to carve a notch, and then I can go for a fire. So as that's heated up, I can just start going a little bit faster. So that's probably good now. So if you see, I just kind of made a little, it's not really too burnt, but it's more like compressed in there, but that's okay. So now I can just take my knife and then just kind of carve a little V where throughout the whole baseboard where as soon as I make dust, it's going to fall into that V and collect and heat up, and it's going to catch a coal. So I'm just going to carve that out. It's good to have a really nice sharp knife. So I'm just carving that notch. I kind of want to get like 1/8 of the pie, so to speak. If you just see like the hole as kind of like a pie, you just want to carve that right in there. So if you see there, I kind of made a little notch in that hole right there. So now I'm going to take a dried leaf. You can also use like birch bark or pretty much anything that's dry and that will fit under your baseboard. And I'm going to put that on the ground and then put my baseboard over it. The purpose of that leaf is to catch all my embers. The soil's pretty wet right now, so if all my dust falls on that, it's not going to get much heat because the ground's just going to make it wet. So I'm going to put that leaf right over there. And the leaf also serves another purpose. Once I get a coal, I can transfer that coal into my tinder bundle instead of have to like take my knife and dig it under it. So now I'm just going to do what I did, but now I'm going to try for a fire. So I'm going to, again, go nice and slow. And then when I'm at the bottom, I'm going to take one hand and hold it on as I'm still pressing down. And I'm going to bring my hand up to the top of the spindle and then bring the other one up. The purpose of that is just to keep downward pressure and just keep it nice and hot. If I go down and then I just kind of try to go up and catch it, see, you just see there how it can kind of fall out, or it will just come up a little and all the heat will be lost. So yeah, I'm just going down. I'm pressing my hands together and also pressing down with my hands. And as you can see, I'm moving my hands back and forth to make the spindle spin. And if you do this and you start to feel hot spots on your hands, stop, because you'll end up getting a blister if you keep going. And then you won't be able to do hand drill for a while. It's good to build it up to it, because then you develop calluses. As you can see, I'm getting some smoke and lots of dust. Okay, so now I have a coal. The way to see it is when you see your dust start to smoke by itself. That's the best indicator that you have a coal, and also that you can see kind of a red glowing thing. that's a coal. So now I'm just kind of staying relaxed and just kind of just letting it grow stronger. I have a tinder bundle already made. It's made out of cattail seeds and cedar bark. The purpose of cattail seeds is kind of a coal extender. I'm going to put my coal right in the middle of that, and that will kind of just make the coal expand a little more and heat it up. And then I'll start blowing it and my cedar bark will catch on fire. So now what I'm going to do is just take my coal, as you can see, and drop that right in there. Again, I'm staying very relaxed. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of press that together and just kind of blow on it a little gentle, long breaths. I'm keeping my tinder bottle kind of above my mouth so I don't breathe in all the smoke when I take a deep breath in. And also my back is towards the wind so the smoke blows that way. So now that I kind of blew it gently, the coal is a little bit bigger. So now I can start blowing a little bit harder. There you go, that's hand drill.